Happiness. Morning. The plants in this room, I've just caught sight of like what I've set up as a background here. The plants in this room are getting out of control. Day of the Triffids springs to mind. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? Today is one of those days where I'm genuinely excited to turn the camera on and have a proper good catch up with you. I made myself maybe a barrel of coffee. I think the proper scientific measurement for this is a barrel. And a little secret, just between you and me, it's actually my third cup of the day, and it's oh, it's 8 minutes past 11. So if I start violently jittering and vibrating and talking actual word nonsense, that will explain why. So it's August. I mean, that happened. If anyone can possibly explain to me how that has happened, I swear, because everything that's happened this year, my head is literally still stuck in March. I feel like that period of time just hasn't happened, but it has happened because we all watched Tiger King. So it must have happened. It's been quite busy, there's been a lot going on, and I thought I would just sit and have a little catch up with you and tell you about everything that's been happening. Today's actually a bit of a milestone in terms of 2020 because today Adam has gone back to work. It was a bit of a random decision really, just like at the weekend he was like, I might go to the office on Tuesday and just see what it's like. His office is in very central London, and a couple of weeks ago now they sort of opened back up, gave people the opportunity to go in if they want to. It's still like voluntary, he doesn't have to be there, but they put a lot of measurements in place to make it safe and secure and keep everyone as far away from each other as much as possible. So at the weekend he was just sort of like, I might just pop in on Tuesday for a bit of a change of scene, see how it goes, see what the commute's like. So yeah, I'm on my own today and he is back in central London for the first time. So far so good by the sounds of it. I think the biggest disaster so far is the plants on his desk, which after 6 months have died a slightly tragic death. Oh, the sunlight's just gone behind the cloud. But yeah, seeing as he's out and about today, I thought perfect opportunity, keep myself company. I'll start talking to myself all over again. Wow, we really are back to normal. So that's big news number one. Big news number two, I had a haircut. It's nothing like particularly interesting or drastic, but I'll show you anyway. It just needed like Avril Lavigning. It was very long, heavy, straight Avril Lavigne. So we took a little bit off the length, a little bit off the layers. I'm enjoying having it long actually, so I don't want to take too much off, but it just needed a bit of shape again. And then we've put these like shorter, shaggy, wispy bits. And by shaggy, I'm hoping it's like cool, kind of shaggy 70s style, rather than either, and he came in and she called me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door, or, oh, gee, I don't know, Scoob. That was terrible. I'll do house updates in a little bit as well, but I guess the other like non-housey little bit of update, and the reason why I haven't really been filming, is that I've been sinking my teeth into another little side project, which I've been really enjoying. I've kind of mentioned it a couple of times on here, I think. But I've started a little online shop. Being in lockdown and being stuck at home and stuff has really kind of like been a great time for me to like get a little bit creative, and I've been painting a lot and drawing a lot, and as I started to kind of like delve into that a little bit, I drew up a couple of little bits and bobs which I thought were really quite cute and that I thought would be nice in a little online shop. For quite a long time now I've been thinking, oh, I'd quite like to have something that's not so kind of front facing, because I do like struggle a little bit with the front facing social media stuff a lot of the time. So it'd be nice to have something that I can like step back from a bit. But yeah, that is Gold Dust Road. That is my new little baby. Prints, pins, accessories, all little bits and bobs like that, which is just my new little venture. So I hope you like it. So what are we gonna do today? It's a very good question, which I haven't really figured out the answer to yet. So it's currently just gone 11. I've spent the morning doing some brand work. I've had a shower. I was gonna have a hair wash, but I'm still like clinging on to that post hairdresser hair. We've got a big new addition for the living room, which I'm really excited to show you. I should probably mention actually, a part of this video is gonna be sponsored by Sony. Yeah, we've got a lovely new telly, which I'm gonna show you. So that is super exciting. Adam is literally buzzing about it. When the email first came through from Sony, I told him and he was like, absolutely say yes. I think he probably would have left me if I'd turned that one down. I want to do a little mini food shop. I haven't got anything for lunch, so I'll have to do this soonish. Do a little food shop. I need to go and pick up my prescription, and I want to get ingredients to do a bit of baking this afternoon as well. I really want to make cookies. and let's get cracking, shall we? Let's seize the day. Every vlog there's some kind of house update, and today's one is quite a big one actually. And when I say big, I mean there's a big hole in the kitchen wall. Isn't that what everybody wants in their kitchen? I mean, exposed brick, industrial vibes, actually very on trend. This is now in our kitchen, a lovely feature wall, some would say. If you're a particularly avid viewer who takes a lot of notice of kitchen walls, you might remember that this was actually once a boiler. We've moved the boiler. We've got a brand new boiler and it's now upstairs. I'll show you. The new one, the brand spanking shiny new one. Oh my god, this room is such a mess. The new one now sits in this cupboard in the spare room. Ta-da! Look how shiny. I mean, I won't linger on this for too long because I'm not entirely sure anyone will find this interesting. But yeah, we're really pleased because that is a huge job off the list. Like when we first moved into this house, the major things that needed doing were the roof and updating the heating system, because it was like a three-parter. It was like the big boiler that took up loads of room in the kitchen. There was the hot water cylinder, which sat in that cupboard. And then there was a big water tank in the loft, which also took up a lot of storage space. And basically we knew that we had to update the whole thing. It was quite a big job. It took like 2 days, and actually it was a bit of a pain because something to do with the boiler wasn't actually working properly, so we then had to get a second engineer back yesterday who came and changed the fan or something. Wow, I'm literally boring myself saying these things out loud. Just felt like it made a whole lot of sense to clear that out and make room for an extra cupboard when we come to design a kitchen. So I thought it would be a nice idea today, seeing as Adam has trekked all the way back into London today. He was up at 7 AM this morning. Seeing as he's been back in the office all day, I thought it'd be nice to do like a little, like an at-home date night. Sounds super cheesy. Just like a nice little cozy night in tonight. I thought it'd be cool to have like a little nice movie night, and we're gonna try and like recreate going to the cinema at home, because obviously haven't been to the cinema for ages. I think the independent ones are just like starting to open up again, but like classic cinema nights just aren't really on the cards at the moment, and I don't know about you, I really miss it. So we're gonna try and have an at-home cozy cinema night tonight, but on the couch with the cat. As I mentioned earlier, I'm working with Sony on this video, which is probably the coolest sentence I've ever said in my life. Our old telly was looking a bit sorry for itself, and Adam's brother was more than happy to take it off our hands, so we thought it would be a good time to get a new one. It has already been a game changer. A, for how enjoyable our evenings have been, because it literally feels like being at the cinema at home. The quality of the screen, I can't wait to show you it. And our new telly, let me get this right, is the Sony A8 4K OLED, and we went for the 55-inch screen. It's a corker. The TV is such a focal point of your home and your living room. It's such an important part of how everybody spends their evening. It's really important that your TV kind of fits into your living room and your evening routine, and it looks like it's a part of your home. And I love how this TV looks in the living room. Here she is. I feel like she's a she. And I've got it on the really cool screensaver mode right now so that I can show you like how beautiful it looks. But I just love, like, I'm being interiors Lucy here, but I love how this screen fits so seamlessly into like our feature wall. It almost looks like it's part of the gallery wall. The main things that we love about it so far is that when we're watching movies, the colour and the contrast of this screen is just out of this world. Obviously, it goes without saying that I am not particularly technically minded, but I really want to try and explain like the coolest part of this TV and what makes it really feel like an at-home cinema screen is that the picture and the sound on this TV, they work together in completely perfect harmony. I'm going to try and show you, but basically the screen is the speaker. Very cool. And the last little feature as well, which I wanted to mention about it, which I think maybe quite a lot of you will be interested in as well, because when Adam said like, oh, let's get the 55-inch, I was like, that's enormous. And you kind of don't want your TV to like stand out in your room. You want your TV to like just blend in with your interiors. But actually this particular TV model is so sleek. Like, it looks beautiful from the front because it fits so seamlessly with our gallery wall. But then if you come at it from a sideway angle as well, I mean, look how sleek that is. And it stops it being too dominating in the living room. I think I really love how it suits our interiors. It's called one slate design, and it just means that it's incredibly thin, so there's no kind of bulkiness to it, and it doesn't feel like the technology is taking over the room. So I think that is the extent of my technical knowledge, but all I can tell you is that it's the most beautiful television I've ever had. I mean, Disney movies, a whole new level. And I thought it would be really cool to show you that because, I mean, I haven't got a clue about TVs. I feel like it's something that's quite daunting and intimidating, and it's nice to have a place to start, isn't it? So if you are thinking about upgrading your telly, if you're thinking about maybe investing in a new one, because it is an investment, I will make sure to leave this linked in the description box down below because it's probably the coolest thing we've ever owned. So aside from the at-home cinema screen, everyone knows the next most important part of a movie night is the snacks. I'm gonna do a little ingredient check because, as I said, I'm gonna make some cookies this afternoon, and I'm not quite sure whether I've got all the gear. You know, I've got the idea, but I've got no gear, you know what I mean? I need to make sure I've got some butter, I need to make sure I've got some chocolate, I need to make sure I've got some sugar, maybe even 2 types of sugar. Sugar, do-do-do-do, boo-boo. What are you? Light brown sugar, do-do-do. Is this self-raising flour? Yes, she is. I'm gonna quickly scoot over to the shops now before the heavens open. Let me just quickly show you this outfit though, because I bought these shorts the other day and they're a bit of a game changer. I'm really, really into them. So I found these on ASOS the other day. They're just like really lightweight, floaty little shorts with a little elasticated waist, tie at the middle, but I just really like the colour. They're this gorgeous like terracotta colour. There you are, looking very snugly on the corner of the sofa. Having a very hard working day. Success! So I managed to get everything that I needed for Cookie Gate 2020, which is good news. Got some eggs, we got the real goods here, we got some chocolate. Also got my prescription, which is significantly less delicious. Got some butter, and this is the healthy recipe of the day. Is that everything? Mask, wallet, that's everything. That was going to be the Great British Bake Off intro, but I could tell it wasn't really resonating. So, Lucy, your cookies, they're a bit overworked. Any better? Nothing about cooking in any way, shape or form comes naturally to me. I'm really not very skilled in the kitchen, apart from when it comes to eating. I think we all remember such hits as Adam's birthday cake. Probably not my finest hour. On reflection, probably shouldn't have made a cake in a cake tin that I found on a hedge. Might be where I went wrong. But the point of me admitting to my baking flaws here is that this cookie recipe is pretty much foolproof, and I will link the recipe in the description box because it is magnificent. And most importantly, for any baking in my life, I'm gonna need the Tracy Beaker mixing bowl, which is when you know that a culinary experience is about to begin. Whenever I share this on any form of social media, I get inundated with questions about it, which I think is hilarious. We're all here for beautiful Pinterest interiors and old school Tracy Beaker bowls. This was an 18th birthday gift, so this is basically retro now, and I'm afraid I can't help you. And this is one of those recipes where it really makes you realise what really goes into making the sausage. When it comes to baked goods, I think we all like to enjoy the final result. We don't like to know how the meat is made. So it might shock you if you've never made these before, what actually goes into them. All I can say, worth it. I do make a couple of changes though. So off the top of my head, I use salted butter instead of unsalted, just to make this even healthier. And I think the recipe calls for nuts. I ain't got time for nuts in my cookies, all right? Not here for that. So I just substitute the nuts for more chocolate. It's not living, it's not with you. Can I do this one-handed? Wait for it. Ooh, oh, that's some definite shell. I remember baking when I was little. I don't know what I was baking, but I remember one specific time when I was baking, and it must have been for quite a long time that I stared at the bowl with the spoon in like this and tried to get it to stir with my mind, because I was obsessed with Matilda. I was really trying to make my Matilda powers come to the surface. Didn't work, still waiting on them. Come on, spoon, tip over, spoon. Come on, spoon, tip over. Very hard work to stir this by the end, but it's worth it, let me tell you. Use that muscle power for the good of mankind. 12 slightly strange looking, but perfectly formed, each one unique, 12 cookie dough balls. My favourite thing to do with these is that you are supposed to put them in the freezer for half an hour anyway, that's like in the recipe. But this ultimate cookie hack that I've discovered during lockdown is that you just keep balls of cookie dough in the freezer, and then whenever you want a warm, gooey, delicious, fresh cookie, you just take one out of the freezer and put it in the oven. Straight in the freezer. I don't know if there's like a maximum time that you should leave them in there, but I mean the last batch I left in there for like 2 weeks. And that is how to significantly improve your quality of life. I'll see you later, my friends. And Flo has moved to the other end of the sofa. The 2 clips that she's featured in today, she's been on one end of the sofa and now the other. My work buddy has returned.
Oh, returned from
Where have you been?
Day out the office into the other office, basically.
Yeah, and it went well, didn't it?
Yeah, it was alright.
I thought people would be interested in how you got on. Because I feel like a lot of people will still be quite anxious about getting on the tube and stuff.
Like the best commute ever.
Yeah.
It's like usually the bus drives past me because there's 2 people on it and I have to get on the next one, and then usually I have to wait for like 2 tubes to get on. But I had a double seat on the bus and about 5 seats either side of me on the tube.
So you're glad you did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Just
But
doing like 1 day a week.
Yeah, we can only go in 2 days a week. So next week I might do both. I might just do one.
Yeah.
We'll see. Basically, if I wake up and it's sunny, I'll go in. And if I wake up and
it's raining, I'll
like,
stay in
like
bed.
drizzling, I'm gonna be like, well.
Yeah, that's good logic. Good for me as well though, because I was saying to you earlier, like it put me in a proper like work frame of mind this morning.
Yeah.
Like I got up 2 hours earlier than I would have probably, and I've worked really hard all day apart from making cookies, but hey, it was on camera, so it kind of counts.
Work. I didn't have a cat joining my Zoom calls.
Well, it's not the same, is it? It's not the same.
Didn't have to get up 18 times to let her in and out the front door.
Didn't have me saying, what you doing?
Good.
All in all,
I'd rate it, I'd recommend it.
a success.
But actually, I don't recommend it because if you lot all start getting on the tube, it's busy again. So actually it was dreadful. Don't do it.
I'm looking tired. I need to get my makeup off, but cookies are just out the oven. I got a little bit excited and moved them too fast, so they've fallen apart at the seams slightly, but still definitely good to go for movie night. So I thought I would give you the ultimate like melted cookie chocolate shot. This is the kind of moment that we're after. Oh, Nelly. Oh, look at that. That is white chocolate. Well, these are gonna be delicious. And it looks like Christmas in here with the cactus lit up. Welcome to Lucy and Adam's cinema. With beers and everything. Beers and cookies. So we've brought down all the cushions that were on the bed, because if you're gonna do it, I mean, do it properly. Looking cozy there?
This is a thoughtful one.
Living the dream.
No girls allowed.
And we've decided that we're gonna go for Captain Marvel on the big screen. So this should be excellent. I'm very excited. Got myself a fancy little gin and tonic to complete the home cinema experience, and we're good to go. This is the most makeshift date night ever, but I'm into it. Someone else is also very happy right now.
I'm too relaxed to contribute to this vlog.
So thank you guys so much for watching. It's so nice to have a little catch up with you. We're gonna get stuck in with Captain Marvel now, so I will see you very soon with another video.
Cheers.
Cheers. Doop. Cheers, John the head.